Well, I noticed this 04 Mustang's got a little sensitive steering here, a little noise in it, a little bit of hardness to it when I go to turn it from side to side. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I'm going to go ahead and turn it. Noise sounds like it's coming from the side over on this front. I didn't know if you could hear that or not. $200 and some thousand. I believe that might be a part I need to change. Okay, here's a little tip now that I got everything all up in the air. Before you take the steering column nut loose, and it's underneath the dash there, I'll show you in a minute, but here's the deal. Don't put it up in the air first, because you have the door, it keeps hitting on you, and have it on the ground to take the steering column loose. And before you take the steering column loose, you want to tie this thing down, turn it to where you might want to work on it where you can get to the bolt on the column easiest, and then tie it down, because you don't want this steering wheel turning or you'll screw up the clock spring, which runs a lot of the electronics, including the airbag. Okay, tied the steering wheel down to the tilt adjuster so it doesn't move. It will move a little, but I'll keep in mind not to move it. And then going under here, I want to take those bolts, nuts off there, and those are 11 millimeter. Then I want to go up here, and I want to catch this bolt right here, and that's a 10. Book says these pinch bolts, get a new one. So I take the steering column piece loose. I'm going to lubricate it, because it's supposed to slide in the shaft here, and this looks a little, but I think I'll do that after I get it loose. Then after that, I got to go down underneath, take that loose. Having a lot of trouble getting work done. I got cats everywhere. Every time I open the door, they want to go inside or under the hood. I can't get rid of them. Maybe if I go feed them, that'll work. Nothing like a good strong pair of hands. Interesting how this shaft is not splined, it's just set in there. That's kind of nice. It pulls out from this side. But now it's time to go underneath and take the one loose from the steering rack. Just got to grab this wheel here and pull on it about like that. Looks like a good spot. Anyway, that looks like a fairly good spot there, but if I can't get to it, I'll move it some more. I'm using a little HF 1/4 inch ratchet with a 13 millimeter on it. And it's a little slow going. Once you break it loose, though, it's pretty smooth. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take that bolt out. And this I don't like. Broken boots on both sides. Yeah, there, down there. Repair in the future probably. And the bolt is out. And that's what it looks like. I'm wrong about it pulling out from underneath here because it won't. That can come off though. Probably could have left that on there. So let's try underneath the hood. Looks like I can get it from underneath here. She is. This used one here that I got to replace the one I took out is actually very loose. The original that I just took out is pretty tight, but these pieces up here, this piece here is really stiff and kind of froze up, and yet this one here is just really, really loose. This slides into each other. I can't do it with one hand, but yeah, maybe I can. This one here just froze up, stiff, and I've tried to free it up, and I probably can do it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this used one in, even though this one's better, I do believe, once it's freed up. But I will see if this used one takes that little hitch out of the steering. I think the steering's going to be a little looser with this, but it will let me know if it's my problem. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the used one in, and I'm going to take the original here and see if I can't make it work better, and eventually I'll switch it back out. Okay, it goes back pretty much the same way it come loose. I'm going to start underneath first, and book says to use new bolt. And I couldn't find one, so I put a little blue Loctite on mine. But if you can find one, use a new bolt. Steering is very important. Okay, I got this back on and tight. As felt about the same tightness as when I took it loose. I was able to put the rag joint on and everything from underneath, and actually it's actually easier. So, but I put the bolt in from this way. So. This is a little piece that come out of the firewall, and it has roller bearings in it, so be careful. Don't want to lose those. And I think I'll just go put a little grease on them right now. Put it back in. All that remains now is to get my lights out of here and button things back up and see if got that noise out of there. But if I didn't, that means it was not the column, it's something else. Yeah, I do have a little more slop in the wheel, like I figured I'd have with this used part that's in there. I want to thank y'all for watching and subscribing, and oh, did it work? Well, let's see. Nope, it did not. So until the next video, hope all your repairs go well. This is Cars, Trucks, and Detours, aka Steve AZ711. Bye for now.